Hello again. A 6-hour curfew has come into effect in the U.S. city of Charlotte during a third night of protests against the police, and it's been reported that officers used tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse the crowds. Unrest broke out in North Carolina after the fatal police shooting of a black civilian on Tuesday. These are the latest pictures from Charlotte. Tear gas was used earlier as well to remove protesters from a major highway. However, police have stated they won't enforce the curfew if the demonstrations remain peaceful. Well, the clashes started when a Black Lives Matter march spiraled out of control on Wednesday. Riot police were called into action then as well, with 9 people injured and over 40 arrested. One person who was shot during violent protests that night died later in hospital. Well, Andrew Farmer discussed the issue of police brutality and racial profiling with Richard Spencer from AlternativeRight.org and .com, and Wisconsin State Representative Mandela Barnes.
There has to be a mutual respect, and I don't say this with any animus towards police. I have friends who are police officers, and I wish them the best, especially as they go out and they do the work that they're supposed to in the way that they're supposed to in our community. So with that being said, across the country and communities altogether, it takes a respect for respect from police officers for the communities that they police, and respect from the community for the officers.
For my entire life, we've been in this endless merry-go-round where people will come and claim that we need to have this conversation about race. We need to finally do something about race. We are not going to solve the race problem with yet one more congressional investigation into police violence.
But putting it very simply, there's a great sense of injustice and unfairness to how society works in America, Mandela.
Absolutely, and I'll say that the only endless merry-go-round has been the endless merry-go-round of systemic oppression that exists in the United States of America.
We do not live in a white supremacist society. I am sorry. I wish we lived in a society of privilege for Europeans, because I actually care about Europeans. But the fact is, we don't.
Well, I honestly think he's formulated his responses for a different panelist, because I never said anything about a white supremacist society. What I said is living as a black person in America is not the same as living as a white person in America.